Joker, Folie A Deux is the sequel to the 2019 Todd Phillips movie, Joker. In the age of sequels, remakes, and all that sort of nonsense, here is another one. The first Joker movie was quite a surprise in how good it was, and for a time it was the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. Because of that, it greenlit a sequel, which was probably unnecessary, but myself, along with many people, I believe, went into this with open arms, saying, the first one was good, we'll see what happens for the second one. This movie is weird. I'll be going into no spoilers to start, and then I will go into spoilers. I will let you know. I'll put something on the screen, so for now, no spoilers. Later on, spoilers. I'll start with some positives. This movie looks good. It's shot incredibly well. I saw it in 70mm IMAX film. I thought it was beautiful to look at, The shots were great, the lighting, the cinematography, the colors. Gotham looked really cool when we got to see it, because most of this movie, I'd say half of it, takes place in Arkham. I thought Joaquin was good. I thought Lady Gaga was alright. They're kind of the only two characters, really. I mean, Harvey Dent is in this, but he's just the lawyer prosecuting Joker for or Arthur Fleck, I should say, for his murders. There's a guard in the movie. I don't remember his name, but he's kind of nice and not so nice to Arthur when, later on in the movie. But he was alright too, I guess. It's really the Joker and Harley movie. The score was really good. It was like the first movie with that kind of uncanny violin kind of sound. And it was really good this time around too. But on to the... I guess also before I go into the negatives, a positive is I kind of, enjoyed the idea of, what would prosecuting the Joker look like? What would life at Arkham look like, And even though this is a much tamed down Arkham, it's literally just crazy people. It's not like Scarecrow is there or any other, Batman villains per se. But still, you get the idea of prison life and what that's like. And some of that stuff was cool and some ideas I could appreciate. But I guess that's where my positives end. And I gotta go into the negatives now. No spoilers. But this movie did not need to be a musical. It was really forced. It was kind of cringe. And people were laughing when the music numbers came on and looking at each other like, what's going on? This movie was not marketed as a musical. So I think a lot of people are going to be surprised by this aspect. I think a lot of people are going to be disappointed by this aspect. And it felt extremely forced and unnecessary. It's like, oh, we got Lady Gaga, so let's just make it a musical. No, that's not what you should do. And musicals and music serves the story, and to me personally, none of this really served the story. If anything, it kind of takes you out of it a little bit. And I like musicals. Not the biggest fan in the whole wide world, and there are plenty that I don't like, but overall, I do like them, and this just did not work for me, honestly. There's so much more I want to say, but I'm going to be going into spoilers. I think the first half of the movie is okay. It's almost like a coda to the first movie. Like, you don't need to see it, but you can see it as an epilogue kind of thing. But then it starts to fall apart with some really odd character choices by the Joker, and not so much Harley, but, well, kind of her too, but her choice is made because of what Joker does. And I'll get into that in my spoiler section. But really strange character choices. Character choice, mostly. It's one choice that the Joker makes about a little over halfway, maybe 2/3 or 3/4 of the way through the movie. He just does a 180, and you're like, what? This is not the Joker. This is not what he would do. And then it's cause and effect, and the effect is so detrimental, and I just didn't like it. That's where the movie really fell apart for me. It was already just like an okay kind of flick going through. I could have done without the music, not musical aspect, not the score. The score was great, and and then the movie just it fell off the rails, and then it went down a cliff. I wouldn't recommend this movie. I wouldn't recommend seeing it. Just pop in Joker 1, I guess. Pop in Batman 89. Pop in any Well, maybe not Batman and Robin, but unless you like it, it's up to you. But don't waste your time, don't waste your money, unless you're a big cinema fan, I guess, and you want to go see it in 70 millimeter. But even then, like, I can't recommend this movie. I'm sorry. I'd say 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10 being generous. Okay, on to some spoilers. This is the stuff I really want to talk about. Spoiler warning, if you have not seen the movie and you want to see the movie, click away from my video, go watch the movie, come back when you've seen the movie, and here we go. Why? Okay, Joker, Arthur Fleck, he's on trial for his murdering, yeah, right? And I like the aspect of the movie in that point, but he decides to represent himself, and that's Joker-y too, right? And then all of a sudden, he's like, at this end, final statements, closing statements, I'm not the Joker. I'm Arthur Fleck. Like, all of a sudden, he's had this come to goodness moment, come to serious moment, where he's realized all these things and that he doesn't want to be the Joker and this, that. No! What a horrible choice! You're gonna take the kookiest, craziest villain in comic book history who is just crazy for the sake of crazy and just make him all of a sudden turn coat and want to try to be better? Or, I mean, it's not even that, really. It's just that he doesn't want to be Joker. And it's just like, what? What is this choice? And then Harley abandons him after that because she was in love with the Joker, not with Arthur Fleck. And it was just such an odd choice. I was blown away. I was like, I heard people talking about Joker fans are going to hate this movie, and now I realize why. This choice, it's dumb. As he's delivering his closing statements, a car bomb goes off and blows up part of the courthouse, and he's able to escape, and he's rescued by a Joker cosplayer, and then they get into this car and drive away, and then all of a sudden when they're stopped at a light, he gets out because he doesn't want to do this anymore. And he runs into Harley on the staircase where he did the dancing down the stairs. And she doesn't want anything to do with him because he's not the Joker. He's Arthur Fleck. And he even said that. So then he gets arrested again. And he's in Arkham. We're not sure if he's getting the death penalty or not because that's on the table at this point. That's what Harvey Dent wants to do. And then he has a visitor, and you're like, oh, maybe it's Harley. Maybe they're going to break out and do something else, you know? And then this guy who's been in the background the whole movie, kind of creepily, he asks Arthur if he can tell him a joke. And he tells him the joke, and the end of the joke is, you get what you effing deserve. Just like, no, let me go on full joke. The full joke is, what is a psychopath walks into a bar, and there's a sad clown at the bar. And then the psychopath goes up to the sad clown and says, can I get you anything? And the sad clown says, sure, anything. What can you get me? And then the psychopath says, you get what you effing deserve. And then he shanks him. And Joker's dead. Arthur Fleck is dead. He just bleeds out after being stabbed. And that's it. That's the movie. Game over. And then the guy who stabs him, he like carves a smile on his face. Like, I think it's implying that the moniker of the Joker will live on, but this particular Joker won't. And I understand the idea of wanting to make your own character choices, the idea of wanting to be different, but this doesn't work, man. The idea of the Joker that we know wanting to just give it all up and stuff like that, and then this dude just killing him. Bruh, it fell apart. The train derailed, and then the train fell off a cliff, and then it exploded. It was embarrassing.
You were an embarrassment.
And also, the musical stuff was all hallucinations, and then he hallucinates one more musical bit before he bleeds out, you know? And, oh my god. And then That's Life plays, of course, and you're just like, what a waste of time. I can't recommend this movie. Him giving up being Joker, and then it's just not a character choice that the Joker would make. I know you want to be different, but no, this is the Joker. Once he turns, there's no turning him back. That's the point of the Joker. He is madness defined, and this is just not it. It was such a disappointment. I mean, I didn't have much expectation going into it to begin with, but that still doesn't take away from the disappointment I felt seeing this movie. Like I said, 4 out of 10, maybe 3, 4, I can't. Yeah, 5 at most for the beautiful cinematography, the interesting ideas, and then the great score and good acting. But besides that, this movie,
get what you fucking deserve.
Let's make a Joker movie where the Joker becomes a little whiny punk, and yeah, that's it. That's my review. Don't recommend. Don't waste your time. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for listening this long. If you made it this far, please give me a like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of Joker Folie A Deux, and what you thought of the first Joker movie, perhaps, and who's your favorite live-action Joker? Me personally, I love Heath Ledger. He's great, but I gotta go with Jack Nicholson, because he, to me, was the closest to the comic book version out of any of the Jokers we've seen so far. Least favorite, Jared Leto. But let me know what you think. Comment down below, let me know, and we'll see you next time here in the junkyard.